Well, anyways, it was nice to meet you. Sorry about the delay there. I really didn't plan for that to happen, obviously.
It's okay.
But we had 79-mile-an-hour winds here
Where are you
out of
located?
uh close to Battle Creek, Michigan.
Michigan. Okay.
Yeah, and then actually my buddy he texted me earlier and he said it's 90 degrees in Florida, but yet it's hailing.
Yeah, and
So
it's like a little tiny tilt of the earth makes all that difference.
yeah, no
So
kidding,
stupid.
exactly. Yeah, and he actually he lives about an hour away from where they do all the space launches or the rocket launches. Sorry, but yeah, he actually has a wonderful video of uh, a rocket actually smashing into the firmament. It's amazing. I'll send you the link um when we're done. But is I wonder if actually can I actually like share that to you since it's
I
on
don't
my
know if you can
phone?
from your phone. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, anyways, um, but yeah, anyways, really nice to meet you. I was wondering, do you remember a channel? It was called Truth Seekers Farm back in 2015.
Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah, that's my buddy Sean that I was talking to you about.
Okay.
He's actually the one who introduced me to flat Earth.
All right.
Yeah, and he had a whole channel and everything like that, and it got deleted. Funny enough, of course.
Yeah.
Always happens.
Yep.
Has that ever happened to you? Has any of
Yeah,
your
I
stuff?
had I had about 80,000 subs and boom, gone.
Yeah, and I've also noticed I've had to resubscribe to like John Levy. I've had to resubscribe to Divergent a couple times. It happens constantly, and I just
Yep.
I don't understand.
Yeah,
Um,
my count has just been frozen. I mean, I just started going up again on my clock app channel, but it freezes at the same number for months and months and months at a time.
yeah, yeah, exactly, and it's crazy and
Yeah.
funny that we're talking about deleted comments because um, I've I'm not a troll by any means, but I don't like Professor Dave whatsoever. And every couple days, I always put a couple of your videos on the comments thread on his videos, and they
They'll
don't even
never
pop
make it.
up.
They won't. I don't even think it allows you to post links, so
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
you're
And
wasting your time.
yeah, I don't know. I wanted to see uh the censorship, I guess, to see if that would happen. But anyways, let's kind of get into things then.
All right,
Um,
fire in the hole.
awesome. Um, all right, so I wanted to talk about first um, how we kind of you always say our thoughts shape our reality, and
Yeah,
I really love that. And I honestly think that the whole COVID times and all that. I think we all manifested it. Honestly, I really do. I think that everyone as a whole manifested it.
well,
And like,
they put so much programming out there. They don't realize that all the movies that we watch and the news and everything, and everyone's
right.
thinking these things, and then they're able to
Yes.
pull off these events.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
even
Yeah.
dry ran it with what's it called, something 201, what is it called, event 201. Yeah, event 201, where they literally dry ran it, like, well, what the media would say, what Facebook would say, and how they'd handle the whole thing. And they literally just put that energy out there, and they use
Yeah,
our emotions to create their reality.
absolutely. Absolutely. And ever since I started believing in not believing, but just knowing that you can create your own reality, things have worked out very well for me. I mean, it's things have just came together. I haven't forced one single thing, and things just kind of fall together, and it's pretty crazy. So I love that.
Miraculous.
I love how you say that all the time. I really do. Um, but I wanted to talk about the guide stones. What year did you first go there?
I actually never went there.
Oh, I thought you got like a live stream or something.
No, no, we were close by in a group at the from I think it was during Flattoberfest
Oh, okay.
that they went there. It was like an hour or two away or something, and they were streaming from there and everything. It was amazing. But the Georgia Guidestones were proof, rock solid proof that we're not wobbling and tilting and spinning. Right?
Absolutely. 100%.
I mean, we're supposedly
100%.
corkscrewing through space, moving 4.5 billion miles a year, but
Yeah.
Polaris is so far away, it
Yeah.
doesn't move at all. Okay,
Yeah, right.
that's ridiculous. And
It's just crazy.
yeah,
It's insane.
but the wobble would knock it out of this hole in just a couple of years.
Right. Yeah,
It was
exactly.
up for over 40 years. It would have been way out of the hole, but it was still there.
Yeah,
Still
exactly.
there.
Yeah, exactly. And then, obviously the powers that be come in and destroy everything
Well,
great and
we were
all
making, for
that.
those of you that don't know, we were making a couple of videos. We're starting to go super viral, and then bam,
Right.
they blew them up. And 3 hours later, the bulldozers were there and stole the time capsule, took everything away, and no
Of,
investigation.
yeah, of
Everybody
course.
forgot about it. Everyone
I
forgot.
wonder what was in that time capsule.
Yeah, well, we're never going to find out.
Yeah, obviously. I just, like to, you know, I guess
Yeah,
think about that, I guess. But yeah, I think it's also crazy because like, I've been following you for, years now, but um what really what I really, really connected with was um your interview with Jim Brewer. I mean, that just kind of shows how big this is becoming and how everybody's waking up to this bull crap.
yeah. I'll
It's
tell you the story.
insane.
I'll tell you the story about that.
Yeah, of
I was
course.
we're the interview's coming up the next day, and I get a call from Jim uh that afternoon saying, "Hey Dave, would you mind if I had two of my high school buddies that always foo this come
Yeah, yeah,
and debate you a little bit?" I said, "As long as we have enough time." I was like, because an hour just isn't enough time. He's like, "We go as long as you want." I'm like, "Okay, let's have them." He goes like 20 minutes, right? So he told them that it was cool, and they're like, "Oh, okay, we better study." And so they quickly went to my channel and they
yeah.
chose to watch the Roseanne Barr interview, which is an interesting
And
one.
that was one of my favorites too because
Yeah.
it's like Roseanne of all people, like I grew up watching her show and all that, and it's just crazy,
So they
and
watched that and then they're like, put their tail between their legs, like, holy crap, this stuff is legit.
yeah,
So they came on, they're like, well, what about seasons? What about
yeah.
and they knew that I had answers already because they had already heard it. And so I think they're fully flat earthers now. So it
Oh,
happens.
absolutely,
Yeah, it
absolutely,
happens.
yeah, 100%. I actually I've converted two people so far this week, and that's kind of cool. One,
If everybody did that every week, we'd be done in no time at
that's
all.
what I'm trying to do, at least
Yeah.
one per week. It was funny because I went to the grocery store, whatever, and they had like this globe like set up in the front. I don't know what it was really about, but I was like, yeah, that's kind of funny there. And the guy, I didn't even catch his name, but he just went on and on about how we're not spinning and all this stuff. And I was just, it's so funny, you meet a random person at a grocery store, now, and it's crazy. He actually had the app. It was
Oh,
funny.
nice. He had the app.
Yeah, yeah, I have the app. Yeah, of
Nice,
course I have
nice.
that.
No, no. He
Yeah.
said he had the app.
No, he
Oh,
had the app. Yeah, he had the app. He pulled it out on his phone and he's like, "Hey,
nice.
look it." I'm like, "No way. This is crazy."
Awesome.
So, yeah, I just thought that was super cool,
You
you know.
exchange information. Are you guys buddies now?
Well, I'm actually that's another thing. I mean, I don't want to, bring that up in the podcast or whatever, but I can't seem to really get my app to work correctly. So how do I go about getting
What
bugs
issue?
fixed?
What issue are you having?
I'm have like so if I first open the app, it does horizontal or it does vertical or
Yep.
horizontal orientation.
Yep.
And when I try to flip it back up to see all the buttons, I can't scroll down and up
No,
and see all the
the
buttons.
button it doesn't go or it doesn't go vertical. It's only
I
horizontal,
meant
and then you can scroll like this.
okay. Yeah.
You
Like I
can go
said, I
like
mean
that.
this is my first iPhone. Like, you know what I mean?
That's right.
So
You can scroll the buttons. You can scroll the buttons up and down like this,
sure.
right?
Yeah, right.
If you're
And
having
but
any issue, just hit email support at theflatearthpodcast.com.
okay,
List your phone type and stuff, send a screenshot, and they'll sort
perfect.
you out.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I was actually thinking about setting up a meetup down here at the library where I live,
Right.
but I don't know if they would be okay with that. I think that you don't necessarily have to say what the meeting's
No,
about,
you
right?
could say you have a meetup about, we're historian looking at discussing alternative history. They don't care.
Uh,
And
okay, yeah,
then
all
you
right.
get you get the room. Some they're usually free rooms, or sometimes they charge you. I don't know. But
Yeah,
right now, as a recording of this, it's going to be a couple more days. The profiles, the matchmaker and the meetup maker are all being worked on, so they're not
yeah,
fully
yeah,
active
I
right
saw
now, so
that.
you can't use them. But
Right.
you'll be notified as soon as they're working.
Awesome. Perfect. Yeah, that's great. What else was I gonna say here? Yeah, so we went over the guide stones, which that's kind of I brought that up and my friend Taylor actually we were hanging out the other night and I brought up the Georgia Guidestones. She's like, "You know about those?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course I do." And she said that she's been seeing video after video of like talking about the Georgia Guidestones on TikTok,
I mean, there's two
which
things
is
about the Georgia Guidestones. One, the fact that they prove the Earth is flat and stationary, but the other
yes.
is the 10 commandments on them. Not the 10 commandments, but the 10 commandments on them.
Right, and I haven't read those. I haven't read all of them,
The
but a
first
few
one
of the
says,
videos.
never let the Earth's population rise above 500 million. Now, at first, that sounds really bad because that's like
Yeah,
a 90% drop or something, or
yeah, yeah,
95% drop. But
yeah,
when you realize that the Earth's population is probably less than 2 billion, it's only a 75% drop. So it's not that bad.
yeah. I suppose, yeah. They say there's what 8.3 billion people now and
Yeah, I
stuff like
think it's
that.
less than 2 billion.
It's
I think it's
nonsense,
closer
and
to 2 billion. 2 billion is my guess.
yeah. I mean, I find that fair. Yeah, on the lands that we know about, at least, right?
Yeah.
Um,
There you go.
but
Exactly.
in in one of your videos, not too long ago, I can't remember who it was with, but um you talked about some whistleblower that knew about like an underground city in Antarctica, and there's like millions of people, and
Well, there's
they
a
don't
whole
have
bunch.
any way.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of whistleblowers. I just shared a video from Veritas Radio about the cube in Antarctica, and there's this story these military guys had of this giant cube, literally like the size of a mountain, and it had like these weird properties to it, and there was
Really?
it's crazy.
So it's kind of like the sky ice or whatever,
No, it's
kind
not
of.
even like that. It's like some sort of multi-dimensional building where there was advanced beings living in it, or I don't know. I'm not sure. Uh,
Nothing surprises me
yeah,
anymore, my
I'll
friend.
it's on Veritas Radio. Just look up Antarctica, the cube,
Sure.
and it is
Yeah,
it is wild. But there's some military guys, several military guys said that there's cities of millions of people, not underground, cities of millions of people in Antarctica that don't communicate with us. And I just spoke with two whistleblowers, Army guys, that said that they went to Antarctica on security detail for 6 months, and they went, they talked about their trek to get to this secret base. And the base, they were sworn to secrecy. They said if they ever mentioned that they were there, they would be denied. Um,
sure.
and they told me the name of the base, which isn't one of the listed bases of all the known bases. But he said that
Of
they're
course it's
they're
not.
mining precious metals, gold,
Yeah, yeah.
gold by the ton.
That's what
And,
you're saying. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and other silver colored metals, could be silver, could be platinum, who knows? But
Sure.
that makes you wonder, about the gold market and stuff. They're like,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like could they like if that stuff hit the market, would gold go to $25 an ounce? Who knows?
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Will it
And
ever?
it's
It's like, why are diamonds expensive? Because they're hiding 99% of the diamonds.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
But all the resources are completely, they're going to be gone within 10 years. So be careful, right?
Yeah. Well, the
It,
globe is a place of lack and,
yes. And
and
I've been saying that for like I remember saying, okay, so let me start over a little bit. I think my conspiracy just interest started when it was third grade, and they pulled out all the TVs. It was 9/11,
Mhm.
and I saw the buildings fall, and I said to myself, this just seems like it just was detonated or something like that. And I remember the teacher getting mad at me about that, sending me to the principal's office actually.
Nice.
uh yeah,
Congratulations.
exactly. So that's kind of where I started with that. And then um I kind of stopped doing all that because I was involved with sports and all that stuff in high school. And then after high school I ended up working at a pizza place delivering pizzas to whatever. And my buddy Sean was working there, and he's like, "Yo, you need to check out my podcast. Truth Seekers Farm. I just talked to Eric Dubay, and I asked him like, who is that? And then I started watching his videos, and that's who really got me, you know, interested. First of all, of where we live. I didn't even care really at first, and
Every right. He was one of the first guys out, and when people say, "What difference does it make?" I don't care. That's just
yeah,
your ignorance.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And it's just it's amazing. Like for instance, my friend Taylor, just like I said, I just converted her the other day. I'm pretty sure. Like I think she's like 90%, you know, and she's like, I've never once noticed the stars change. I've never once even felt motion at all. And I'm like, yeah, exactly, because everything's stationary. And I didn't really. I'm not necessarily saying that I'm religious by any means. I definitely believe in a creator now, 1,000%, 1,000%. Um, who or what that creator is, who knows? I don't know. I
Right.
wish I knew.
We're corkscrewing through space, moving in four different directions at once. All the other stars are doing their thing, right?
Yeah,
Tell us that all of the planets go around the sun, but in reality, all of the planets, all of the luminaries, everything circles Polaris.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Everything circles Polaris, right? There's no
Yeah,
heliocentric explanation other than I don't understand what you're saying, therefore I'm not going to pay any attention to it because that's the normal heliocentric
yeah,
mindset.
yeah, exactly, exactly. And I also find it very interesting how a lot of the shapes of the luminaries, they resemble music notes, which is amazing. You see them even on like the cathedrals and stuff, and the big windows
Oh
and
yeah.
stuff like that. So it's just everything's connected, and I wish I knew everything. But once you start looking at everything, and you can't stop finding new information. It's endless. It really is.
Rabbit hole
And
is deep.
it's yeah, absolutely. And just another thing too, I'm having trouble kind of like talking about this in front of family and friends and stuff like that. I feel like they'll totally, they'll be like, "Oh, come on, you're crazy," and all this stuff. And
Did
yeah, so it's just kind of hard,
you
it's a
can
weird
just
thing.
you can watch you can like sit in the TV with other people around and put on my lunch break, right?
Exactly.
Put on
Yeah,
my and
yeah,
just and people will start listening. And then
yeah,
like and I found that, flat earth is tough to bring people straight into, but if you bring them into the old world a little bit, then they lead right to
yeah.
flat earth. And
Oh, absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's some good stuff. I did an interview with Campbell from Autodidactic. He's got great stuff. This
Love
is
him.
funny
Love
as
him.
hell. He's on I think TikTok mostly. Um, TikTok or
I can't quite see it. Which one is that?
his name it's this guy and it's called Jonathan Davidson. David Jonathan
Davis son.
Hutchins. Okay, but he's funny and he swears a lot, which is okay. And he just laughs at these buildings and
Okay.
at how stupid they are. And they're short, it's
It's so stupid.
yeah, it's so good.
It's so stupid.
It's great stuff. But to start watching stuff like that,
Yeah, it is.
or and again another favorite.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, the day of this recording, this channel, Our History in a Different View, has got a flat Earth video that came out that is awesome. And this video, the videos in this section are amazing, amazing. Old world, and it gets someone to sit
Okay,
down.
yeah, I'll definitely have to.
Yeah, just sit down and say, looking for something on TV, someone's sitting with you, just put it on. And if they watch it for 5 minutes, they'll be hooked. And by the end of it, they're finished. It's
Yeah.
all. There's no turning back.
Well, I tried to sort of bring it up. Like I tried to just insert it into the conversation about the old world and how they're hiding free energy and stuff like that. And my stepdad says they've never had free energy. That is some crazy talk, and you need to stop this, right? Blah blah blah. Typical response. And I pulled up all of these old.
Jake, I'm the improbable.
What were you gonna say?
This is I'm the improbable.
Oh yeah,
yep, he's fantastic. A lot of stuff on free energy there.
Yep,
really good stuff. So,
oh yeah, I'm sub to him.
Yep.
But yeah, it's funny how that John David's son or whatever Hutchins that you brought up, it showed a picture of a castle on a hill, and I actually wrote that down. I wanted to bring that up. You see all these castles just built just in the middle of a hillside, in the middle of water. No big deal. Yeah, exactly, right there, right. Where exactly is that?
That one, I don't know. Is that in Ireland? I'm not sure where that one is. But
I think so. It sure looks like. Yeah, see? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
when you look underneath these, I've been noticing lots of these buildings have pillars underneath them. And the Bible says that the earth is set on pillars.
Yep.
Like I have the theory that some of these amazing buildings that were just so old were part of God's creation.
Absolutely.
God created the world. What's he going to throw Adam and Eve in a freaking cave and go, hope you find fire soon? There's a couple fig leaves, or does he throw down some godly infrastructure?
Exactly. And the whole the tubes or whatever that are underneath the pyramids and stuff like that that's coming out finally.
Yeah.
That's incredible in itself. I find that so interesting.
Right.
But it's a tomb, right?
It's a tomb for a pharaoh. Yeah. Makes sense. And a whole bunch of people got together and pushed the rocks up the side of it's crazy. I don't know how anybody denies it anymore. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yep.
It really is. And I wanted to bring up another point. And you have talked about this a few times that I've heard, at least. I haven't watched every single one of your interviews, but the Vibes of Cosmos, Moon Map, and Mars Map. What do you think about it? What is your opinion on it? What do you think?
What's the Mars Map?
Oh, you haven't even. Oh, you need to look that up. Vibes of Cosmos. Yeah. Do you sub to Divergent?
Yeah, I watched Divergent and.
Yeah, he's the one guy I watch all the time.
Yeah, no, he's good, and this definitely needs a lot more research. And there's a lot of people looking into this. Spacebusters is doing a project on this. It's going to be quite amazing. This to me makes sense. The 26,000 year cycle in 13,000 years, we'll all be living over here, whoever's left. And this
right.
So this is the path of the North Pole. And it goes around, and then, you look at the Prague Clock.
Oh, I know how they changed it. They changed it from flat to a globe.
Yeah, but the Prague Clock, this is
it's the sky clock.
Lands. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%.
Oldest clock in the world, I believe.
Oh, so that's the act. Yeah, I only ever saw your animation. I never actually looked it up.
Yeah, it's quite amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how long ago did they change it to a globe in the middle of it?
It wasn't that long ago. They literally changed this to this, and without any announcement. If you want to change a friggin' light post in Prague, you got to get like 27 permits from the historical society. But them, bam, no problem.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. You have
We're
to
gonna
push
just
the
change
ball.
the oldest clock in the world. We're gonna update it, make it better for you.
Oh yeah, 100%. And everything's for you. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
No, absolutely. And then, sorry that I'm so unorganized. This is my first one in a
Okay.
long
It's
time.
okay. And your power went out and you're on your phone. I get it.
Yeah, it's super. Yeah, it was a super stressful day. I actually had one of my ducks die, so that
Oh,
sucks.
sorry about that.
No, I mean
It
it
wasn't the one that
happens.
lays the golden eggs, was it?
Oh, yeah, I still have that one.
Okay,
I'm
good.
hiding that one away from everybody.
All right.
So, but before I forget, you said something about how it used the year cycle used to be 13 months or something like that. I can't exactly remember. Can you elaborate on that?
They say that there used to be 13 months of 28 days. That's 364, one day to reset the year, April 1st. So happy New Year's Eve, by the way.
Yeah.
And that way that makes a lot more sense. There's all sorts of different astrology, and I think that I said, well, I'm just spacing on the words.
You're
Um,
fine.
the person to really look for is on Rumble, Law of the Luminaries. Subscribe to Nicole on
Okay.
Law of the Luminaries on Rumble. She explains it better than anyone else, and I'm just really starting to grasp her teachings.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's quite amazing. Uh,
It's funny that it falls on April 1st, Fool's Day, right?
yeah.
It's April
Well,
Fool's
they
Day.
say that people used to celebrate the new year, and they called them April Fools after they changed the
Sure.
calendar.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that obviously had a correlation. So it's just a random tidbit I remembered from one of your
Yeah.
videos, and I wanted to elaborate on that for whatever reason. But the fact that we have mapped the entire solar system light years and light years and light years, but we haven't even remotely even started mapping out the entire um,
Well,
ocean.
yeah.
You
The
know,
Southern
yeah,
Ocean is gigantic, and nobody knows
yeah,
anything about it.
yeah. It's insane. It's insanity. I don't know. It like
It's all fake. It's all ridiculous. It's all stupid. The reason people can't figure things out is because it's stupid. It's because it's
yeah,
not real, and then
yeah,
they're trying to make sense of it. The motion of the light in the sky, the sun. Oh, if you believe in a heliocentric sun, you now believe in Narnia. You believe that helium and hydrogen that defy gravity here on Earth can survive in a space vacuum, condense instead of expand, and have enough gravity, magical gravity, to hold on to Pluto and ignore our moon because the
yeah,
moon is closer to our to the Earth, so the Earth's gravity negates the gravity from the sun. That makes a lot of sense. The sun can power
yeah,
right through our solar system, right through our Earth area, and grab onto Pluto and Neptune and Saturn and Jupiter, but it can't touch our moon
yep,
because the Earth's gravity and all the planets' gravities outweigh the sun's gravity because of the closeness. Like, get out of here. Just get out.
right.
Get out.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
So
I
stupid.
couldn't agree with you more. It's it is ridiculous. And I really wanted to get my friend Travis on, but everybody's internet is out down here, so it's just that's not going to happen.
Just
I
me and you,
really
brother.
wanted to, that was going to be interesting. What was that?
Just me and you, Ian.
I didn't hear you.
It's just me
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you.
right.
Just me and you.
Hey, perfect. Sorry, it just cut out slightly just
All
for a
right.
second there. Um, but yeah, no, I'm really happy that we're having this discussion. It's another thing. Do you sub to Geomancy
I know the name. I
from
haven't.
Philadelphia? He does a lot of videos on Philadelphia
Oh,
and
he's an
stuff
old
like
world
that. And the
guy.
guy,
He's an old world guy.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm sure I'm
yeah,
subbed to him. Yes. Yeah.
yeah. But that you said you have talked to him, or
I
you
know
will
I'm
talk to him.
subbed to him. subbed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
I
Yeah,
gotta
he's
check out his channel. His channel's where is a good. It's a good old world channel.
yeah. It's just like a silhouette and a white circle, and it's his face and a silhouette
Send
as
me
his picture.
after we're done. Send me a link to his channel so I don't forget to check it out.
Well,
All right.
it's funny. It's funny because I cannot. That's why I wanted to say I cannot find it.
Oh, it's gone.
And no, sometimes I can find it. Like that's where I'm at. It's so confusing and how they censor everything. I just tried to look for it yesterday, couldn't find it. Looked for it last week. I watched all his videos. So it's kind of weird. It's super weird. But you definitely need to check his
How do you
channel out
spell
if you haven't.
geomancy? GEO.
It is Geomansee.
SEE.
See, like see with your eyes.
Let's see. Geomancy. I think I found it. I will check out his videos. There they are. Yeah.
Definitely. Super interesting.
Cool.
He was actually featured on a John Levi. Levy. I'd never know how to pronounce his last name.
Either way is good. Either way.
Have you ever personally talked to John before?
I have not spoken with John, but I do like his stuff. I do
I
like
re-
his style. He doesn't make any claims. He's just like, look at this, look at this. This doesn't make any sense. Look at this.
yeah,
And
and
I
that's
like it.
kind of what I really do enjoy it too. That's my Sunday, along with the video of the day on the app. Um,
And don't
that's
on
another thing I
Saturday, I
watch every
believe it's
Sunday.
Saturday that my lunch break puts out a video. His videos, his last video
Yep.
killed it. Killed it. It was so good.
About about the about the Nephilim or
No, this was
what was his
just
last one?
you know what? I don't even remember. I just remember it was killer. It was fantastic. Um,
I watch every single video he puts out. He just puts out so many and they're so long.
yeah.
So it's like and I have a daughter, so it's like it's kind of hard to sit
Oh, it
and
was about Australia, about these buildings in Australia,
yes,
these
yes,
castles in
yes.
Australia. And
Yes.
fantastic.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is. Seriously though.
Yep.
Love it. Love it. Let's see here. Bring up another topic. And I promise if we ever have another interview, I will be way more organized.
No
my,
worries.
my daughter, like literally, she would not go to sleep tonight to save my soul. So, and that's no, actually, that's a point I wanted to make that I didn't write down is souls. So, what do you think about this? So, they call the rubber sole of your shoe your soul, but if you take off your shoes and don't have the rubber soles on, do you have your soul back then? Because you're like grounded to our land or whatever. What do you think about that?
I
It's kind of a
believe
wild thing. I thought.
synthetic shoes disconnecting us from the earth. I walk around barefoot all year long.
Me too. Me
Even in the
too.
winter, like I'm going out for a minute, I'm barefoot. It doesn't matter. And
Yeah.
I
Yeah. Exactly.
it's all about grounding. We live in a soul system, a system made for souls,
Yes.
and
Yes.
and we are all part of this living system. All of it, from the sky to the ground, everything. It's part of a living system, and once you realize that, you're able to connect with things better and manifest better.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. I just, yeah, it's, yeah, it's something else for sure. Because, I mean, I've said this ever since I was a little kid. Everything's connected. Like I remember watching some National Geographic thing, or whatever, saying that we're all connected and all this, and I didn't really believe it at the time, but as I got older and whatnot, so they put it out there. They always say the reality, but um, it's not. It's like indirectly said. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So they always tell you the truth, but just it's not quite the truth. You know? which I find quite
They
interesting.
they they tell you enough to get by with their what they believe is revelation of the method. That basically they always have to tell us the truth, and if they tell it to us in their disguised way, and we don't notice it, that's on us. And I kind of
Yeah,
see how that works, and maybe it's absolute truth. You know, I wonder, like, when they tell us stuff, are they stupid? Are they laughing at us, or is it revelation of the method?
right. Are they all in on it? You don't
Yeah,
know.
they're all in on it,
It's
laughing at us, or they're just stupid,
yeah,
or it's revelation of
right.
the method, and they have to tell us.
Oh yeah, just like bringing the Tesla to space, right?
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, quite. Yeah, literally. My stepdad is just so he has the spinning globe thing that works with magnets, like it's a little statue type deal, and he has it up on his cabinet in the kitchen. And he always points at it and says, "Oh, beautiful gravity! It's turning my world around." And I just laugh, well, silently laugh, but it's pretty funny. But um, anyways, I wanted to get back into the old world because, um, I already know where, that we live on a non-rotational topographical Earth, so I already know that. That's where we live. So, I want to talk about a little bit of World's Fairs, and like the orphan trains and asylums and stuff like that. What are your
Okay.
thoughts on those subjects?
Well, I mean, the asylums or these old world buildings, the they put anybody that wasn't agreeing with the new system, I guess, got put in the asylums. Um,
Yeah.
and then there was orphanages anywhere. When I grew up, there was a show called The Little Rascals, and it was
Oh
about
yeah. Yep.
it was like the number one show on TV. It was huge, and there's
Mhm.
no parents. They're all orphans. Orphans were everywhere. Like, where did
Right.
all these orphans come from? And then you look into the orphan trains, and then even farther deeper down that hole is the Cabbage Patch Kids. Um, it is
Oh, absolutely.
nuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is nuts.
Exactly.
There's Cabbage Patch section on
Yeah.
the world page on the app. Don't click
Yep.
it. Don't go watch those videos because you're gonna get sucked in a hole that is deeper than you want to go.
And I'll be up till 4 in the morning.
There you go. There you go. So
But yeah, no, I find it I just find it so interesting and coincidental that right around that, same time that all the, truthers back then were getting put in asylums, that, the world banking system started and the Rothschilds took over the educational system and whatnot too. So it's pretty crazy to think about that aspect. And yeah, and they're still trying to do it today, but obviously we have like YouTube and Telegram and stuff like that.
I mean,
So
you look at these buildings and then these horse and buggy people, right? Look at these people. These
yeah,
people with wooden wheels built this without
yeah,
power tools, without cranes,
yep,
without delivery services.
yep,
Get get, get out of here. Just get out,
yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
These people, where did they all come from? Maybe they were shipped in via train from the outer lands. Maybe they were all underground. I couldn't tell you, but
Yeah,
you look at videos of them like on the beach, it's like they've never seen a beach before.
yeah, exactly. That's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, it's really puzzling, the confused looks on people's faces in old world photographs.
Yep. And here's the Washington Monument. Well, what's going on here? What's
Right.
going on here?
Oh yeah,
And you watch
everything
underneath it, there's
burned.
more pillars, right? But here's
Yeah.
the thing now. This I have a theory. I don't know if you've seen the latest developments in AI that what now like chat GPT will draw pictures for you. It'll make anything you want. It'll do anything.
Yeah.
It'll create anything.
Yeah.
I think they're making it so everyone can claim everything is fake because all of this stuff
Sure.
is coming
Sure.
out. So they're releasing this stuff as fast as possible and go, oh, this is fake. This is fake. This is chat
Yep.
GPT. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Um,
another point I had written down actually.
yeah.
So no, that's super interesting. And yeah, I love that photograph because, obviously that's just another great fire, right?
Well, they're they're
Jeez.
they're they're literally telling us, they're going to say everything is fake and history's real, and it's ridiculous, And during the World War I and World War II, they're like they needed to get rid of all these bells because they needed bullets. They needed because they
Sure.
didn't have enough. That's
Yeah.
stupid. It's the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, I mean they knew they understood vibrations and stuff like that. So
right.
and connecting to the natural world.
They
So
use these bells to heal. And also, I heard when a hurricane was coming, all of the cathedrals um, bring their bells and it dissolved the hurricanes.
really, so some type of old world weather control even.
Yeah, vibration, is dissipating the hurricanes.
Yeah, I mean just like, you hear stories, people dancing for the rain and stuff like that,
Used to laugh at that. I used to laugh at that.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Me too. I thought it was stupid. I mean, I thought all of this was stupid. I never thought, I mean, I loved Star Wars and I loved all that stuff, and it's insane. It's insanity. And now I'm on the old world kick. I can't stop. It's
Yeah. Well,
you know, it,
in the book section, on the old world section, we go to old world,
mhm.
more land actually. No, old world. Old world.
Yep,
Actually, it's the more land section. In the more land section, there's
sure.
a navigator who crossed the ice wall. Have you seen that book?
Yep.
It's literally
Yep.
the story of
I have.
Star Wars, but here on Earth. If you
Yeah,
read it and think
literally. Yeah, yeah,
it's here
exactly.
on Earth. All of these other lands in the outer lands, those are the other planets. Those are, and there's safe planets, and there's the custodians, which are like Starfleet Command or whatever that allow you access to certain areas. There's hostile planets. There's um, friendly planets, and
Yeah,
they say that to travel in between, you have to be of a certain vibration. You have to have a certain spiritualness to be able to travel to these outer lands. And everyone that travels out there has a
sure.
connection to the source, right? The source of creation. That sounds like the force. Okay. It's the same,
Absolutely. No, yeah,
but
100%.
it's actually possible, right? Here's Earth. This is our local pond. Here's some local outer
Yep.
lands. Here are other pieces of the plane or planets, and these are this.
Yep.
It actually makes it scientifically possible versus space. Whoops, you're gone and you're back.
Sorry about that.
Hey, you're right.
It keeps saying that you only have one bar of signal for some reason. I don't know why it keeps saying that, but either way, hopefully it
Yeah,
reset the signal.
yeah,
But
we're good.
anyways,
So yeah, the it's I used to, I'm like, oh my God, when I discovered flat Earth, I'm like, there goes outer space. No, outer space becomes real. Disclosure becomes real.
yeah,
It becomes now. It becomes today, not
yeah,
millions of
absolutely.
years from now. It's not, lifetimes away. It's all now. It's all here. It's all local.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
it's amazing.
So yeah, actually today when I picked up my daughter, I randomly I asked my mom, "Do you know how many years 1,000 or 1 trillion seconds is?" And she says, "Why does it matter?" And I said, "I don't know. Just can you try
Just
to guess?"
so you
And
understand
and
what
she
big
said,
numbers
"No,
are.
absolutely not."
And trillions,
Yeah,
a
right.
trillion isn't even a big number.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Compared to a light year.
Yeah, like wallet addresses for crypto. They're just numbers that are, I forget, it's like 70 digits or 80 digits or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. I
And they're
can't
just
remember. I don't
random, they're
necessarily.
just random strings of numbers and letters, right?
Yeah,
All the supercomputers in the world randomly searching as fast as they can for any wallet that has anything in it. It would take like like a sextillion years, unfathomable, can't even describe what
Yeah,
the number is, to find
absolutely.
one wallet address that's active.
Yeah,
Right? That's how
yeah.
big that number is.
And that's kind of what I was trying to say to her just
Yeah.
randomly because I was just whatever,
They don't
I
they
I
don't teach
just
us about the law of big numbers. They don't teach us about
no,
vortex mathematics. They don't teach us about sacred geometry. They don't teach us about anything
no,
worthwhile. Um they teach us about slave math, accounting, managerial accounting, you know,
yeah,
algebra, just all sorts of slavery math.
no, absolutely, yeah. We need to create our accountants and bank tellers and stuff like that. All the worker
Yeah.
bees, you know what I'm saying? So, one thing that I have in parentheses here, is Tigo, Tigo.
In
I
Antarctica.
can't remember why I wrote that down.
So Tigo is Antarctigo is the base where they do all the mining
That's
in
okay.
Antarctica.
Okay, right. Okay. I just wanted to clarify that. I was looking at my notes and I just wanted to, make note of that. Um, because I scroll through your videos, just random videos all night, and I write down random things, and sometimes I forget why I write it down.
There you go.
So, but
I was purposely not going to mention that because the guys were really nervous about giving me that name. So, I'm not going to mention that name,
understandable, understandable. I don't blame you at all.
but I
Um,
just did.
hey, I'll remember that.
Okay.
I'll remember that. My apologies.
I'm making it all up. It's all made up.
Absolutely, yeah, no, just yeah, for sure. Entertainment purposes only.
There you go.
Right. Um, let's see here. Soles of Shoes, which was a random thing. Um, oh, I want to tell
I'm
another
I'm
story.
standing on a wobble board right now with a grounding mat on it plugged into the ground, a dedicated ground that actually I have my Tesla coil plugged into. So that's how I do my interviews. So I'm grounded, because
Really?
I have a lot of electronics around me, and I have a Tesla coil that has a dedicated ground, so I'm actually hooked up to that ground.
Wait, what? So explain to me what a wobble board is.
You know what a wobble board is? So
No, I don't, unfortunately.
it's a balance board.
Oh, okay, sure, sure. If you pull it up, yeah, I think I'll know exactly what you're talking.
Right there you can see it.
Okay, sure.
And I'm on a wobble board. It's wobbling.
That's amazing. I'll
There
have
you
to
go.
look into getting one of
You got
those.
to see my feet.
Hey, whatever. It's a free show for YouTube, I guess. I
There
don't
you
know.
go.
But I always lose track of what I wanted to say. Um, oh yeah, how did so did you build your Tesla coil or did someone else
No,
build it
I did
for
not.
you?
There's a very probably the most interesting man in the world in Mexico that I met 5 or 6 years ago, and he builds these things, these old world machines that are absolutely amazing. I have a video on my channel. I think if you use the video search, the video search right there, um,
Hmm.
and search Tesla coil, I think it'll come up. Or
Okay.
yeah, um, and they're actually quite amazing machines, and they do things that I can't even say on the internet because people are sent home to die with something in its fourth stage, and then they use these things and they're totally fine. It's weird. It's just
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. It
yeah.
really is. I've been thinking about building one myself for the longest time, even just small scale, just because it's so interesting. Hopefully one day I will have an actual Tesla coil. It'd be amazing. So how tall is it? Is it just like 10 feet tall, or how high up in the air does it go?
There it is.
Oh my goodness, it's literally. in your house. I thought you were talking about like it was outside or something.
No, there.
Do you mind if I screenshot? Oh, I can just screenshot it from the video, but
Yeah.
that's amazing. That's so cool.
It's got a big box that has
No kidding.
information. It has the does the energy, and it's quite an amazing machine.
Wow. And you said that it powers your whole house?
No, no, it doesn't power the house. It's for energy. It takes 100 watt. It uses about 100 watts, and it outputs thousands of watts. But it
Sure.
produces in your body this life force energy, so all
Yeah.
the cells could operate at 100%. So your body can do what it needs to do. There
Sure.
when they opened up a center down there, and we were help doing an open house with them, and there's a guy that came in that has an insulin pump, and he gets insulin every day for his for decades, and he
Hmm.
he went on it for 15 minutes, and he didn't need insulin for 2 weeks. One
No
shot.
kidding.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so yeah, so that's definitely that's a small scale of what in my opinion that's probably what they use, the vibrations and electromagnetism, stuff like that, to heal everyone, and everyone was probably just so peaceful and happy and healthy.
You're roboting. You froze. You froze. You froze.
Back then, but
Oh, you're
now you're
back.
frozen.
Yeah, no, now you're back.
Yeah, I had an app running in the background that was slowing it down, so I shut that off.
We got about 5 minutes. Any other questions?
Oh, I have so many more, but it's an hour is just not enough, and I wasn't organized enough, to be honest. I really wish I would have focused more on this, but
All
um,
right.
I kind of wanted to get
Now
at
you
least
you have a
meet you and
meetup
stuff.
group. You have a meetup group that you do, or
I'm trying to set one up, yes, for the people in the area. Yeah, yeah.
after
So
it, when the when the profiles comes back on, you can set up a meetup. You know how to set up a meetup.
yep, yep.
And make sure you set your notifications. That way, if anyone else makes a meetup, you get notified. But
Okay.
in the friend finder, you can turn on your radius to 50 kilometers.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. So you turn it on to 50 kilometers. And for me, there's 436 people. I can hit that, and I can send all of them a message at the same time.
Okay, mind blown. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do tonight. Yeah, that's
But those
amazing.
those messages are only for setting up meetups. They're not for
Sure.
anything else. If you spam and then people mark you a spam, if like 5 people mark you a spam, you get booted.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, no worries.
It locks.
I'm just
It
trying to
locks on you.
I'm trying to meet up with like-minded people because, it's not that I feel
Just
weird.
send what I recommend is set up a meetup, make a nice picture, put all the information. Don't go, hey, we're meeting at Motel 6 at 4 p.m. I felt like it was like crazy. Just put a
Yeah,
picture,
right.
put some time, take some time, design a nice card, then
Yeah,
take the link from that and send a group message out saying, hey, meet up at Joe's Pizza 4 o'clock Saturday. Come, bring a friend, whatever, and then drop the link in there also. Right.
sure.
Or check the meetup maker, and people will see it. And we did that here, and we had 85 people show up. It was amazing. But
See, that would be so cool.
if one new person shows up, you win. That's it. One new person local that knows the earth is flat. Come on, who,
Yeah,
who are you going to talk to? Is your wife flat?
yeah.
Does she know it's flat?
Oh, I mean, we're not married
Oh,
anymore,
okay,
but
okay.
she did.
All right,
She
that's good.
she she is 100%
All
flat
right,
earther,
very good, very good.
1,000%. But yeah, yeah. So I thought that was kind of funny, but she still talks about it to this day, actually.
You
Um,
can't once you see
yep.
the truth, you can only lie your way out of it.
Yep, exactly. Believe, right?
Yep.
Lie in the middle.
Yep.
But all right. Well, it was nice meeting you, Dave. Sorry for not being as organized. Hopefully we can do another one. And I will actually have a ton more questions to ask and topics to bring up. So it was
All
nice
right.
meeting you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your night.
All right, Ian. Thanks. I'll send you a link to this as soon as I can.
Thank you. You have a good
All right.
night.
See you. Bye bye.
Bye.